there, and welcome to the Cosplay Kitchen. Today on the Cosplay Kitchen, Chun Li. Now, Chun Li comes from China, more specifically Hong Kong. China is famous all over the world for many different things, but one of its most popular attractions is street vendors selling all different kinds of food that are made hot and fresh on the spot. So, today we'll be feeding hungry street fighters with some of the most popular street food. Today, we'll be making 3 popular grab-and-go foods found all over China. First, we'll be making Jian Bing, which is a stuffed crepe. Second, we'll make chawar, which is a seasoned meat skewer. And finally, we'll make a pearl milk tea, also known here in the States as bubble milk tea. Let's get started. Jian Bing, or the stuffed crepe, is a very popular breakfast item in China. However, depending on the fillings, it's great for an afternoon snack or lunch. For the crepe, in a large bowl, combine both flours, the milk, water, and oil, and gently whisk together. It should resemble very thin pancake batter. If yours is too thick, don't worry, just add an extra tablespoon or 2 of whole milk. For the fillings, in a large bowl, crack all 3 eggs and gently beat them with a fork. Traditionally, the egg is cracked over the cooking crepe, but by doing it in a bowl, it'll make it easier for you to manage. Then, combine the hoisin and the Thai chili sauce in a smaller bowl and gently mix together. Crunch up a few of your crackers into bite-sized pieces and chop up your scallions and your cilantro. If you don't like scallions and cilantro, feel free to use anything else from your herb garden. Traditionally, the Jian Bing is made on a large, flat, rotating skillet, but not all of us have a rotating skillet just sitting around. So, you can also use a large, flat, non-stick skillet or a large non-stick frying pan. You'll need 2 spatulas, a large one to help you flip it over, and a small one to help you spread the batter. Make sure you get a little bit of olive oil on both sides of each to help make sure the crepe doesn't stick. Also make sure that your fillings are close by. If they're too far away, you may burn your crepe in your quest to get them. Let's get started. Ladle about a half a cup of batter into the middle of your pan and very quickly spread it around. Try to make it as big and circular as possible, as that will make it easier to wrap into a roll. Don't worry if the first one doesn't come out so great. They never do. Next, add a little bit of your beaten egg and spread it around. And wait about 30 seconds for it to solidify. At this point, you want to add your scallions and your cilantro. Once the egg has solidified, use your large spatula, and if you need help, your little spatula, and flip the whole crepe over. Now, you want to add your hoisin and Thai chili mixture. Then sprinkle on some of your crackers and any other fillings you might want. Once the egg is golden brown on the bottom, roll up your crepe. Take it and transfer it to a plate. Repeat until you're out of batter. Next, we'll make our chawar, or grilled meat on a stick. Now, in China, it's not uncommon for vendors to have all different kinds of meat skewered up and ready for the public to try. They've got everything ranging from the basics, like beef and chicken, to the interesting, like starfish and seahorse. We'll be sticking with the basics today. We'll be using 2 different kinds of seasoning. The traditional for our beef, which is cumin and chili powder, and then we'll be making a mustard, ginger, and honey sauce to do on our chicken. For your beef skewers, Try to avoid meats like chuck or stew meat, as they'll be way too tough and chewy when done on the grill. Look instead for a skirt steak or a flank steak, as they'll be much softer. You don't have to buy filet mignon unless you really want to. Cut the meat into 1-inch cubes and thread them onto a skewer. For the seasoning, take 1 teaspoon of chili powder and 1 teaspoon of cumin. Mix them together and sprinkle liberally all over the skewers. Make sure to coat both sides and let them sit for about 10 minutes. For the chicken skewers, you can cut the meat into cubes like you did with the beef, or you can cut it into strips and then slide it onto the skewers. Season with salt and pepper and set those aside. For the sauce, you want 1/2 cup of honey, 2 tablespoons of yellow mustard, and 1 teaspoon of fresh ginger. Mix it together and set it aside. We'll smear it on while we're grilling the chicken. Preheat your pan to medium-high heat and add a little bit of olive oil. If you have an outdoor grill, I recommend you use that, as the flavor will be much better. Wait for your pan to come up to heat, and then add your skewers. You should hear that nice loud sizzling noise that we like so much. Take the sauce from your chicken and gently spread some on. Cook them for about 7 minutes on each side to get a nice golden brown color. Be careful when you're grabbing the skewers to flip them over, as they can become very hot. Add more sauce and continue cooking. Once the skewers are done and golden brown on both sides, remove them from the pan and place them on a plate. Finally, we'll make our pearl milk tea, or as it's known in the States, bubble milk tea. The first thing you'll need are the tapioca pearls. These you can find at any Asian market, or sometimes even stores like Whole Foods or World Market. You'll need 2 teaspoons of your favorite light tea, such as jasmine or green tea. I'll be using a white tea with peach. You'll need a cup of ice, a little bit of milk, and of course, boiling water. Cook the tapioca pearls according to the manufacturer's instructions. You'll need about 1/4 cup per drink. Add about 1½ cups of boiling water to your tea. Let it steep for about 5 minutes. Once the tapioca pearls are finished, strain off all the excess water and place them into a bowl. Add about 2 tablespoons of sugar or honey and gently stir them to coat. Let them stand for about 2 minutes to absorb some of the sugar. Once the pearls are ready and your tea has finished steeping, you're ready to combine them all. Add your 1/4 cup of pearls to your drink and top off to about 2/3 of the way with tea. Make sure to leave room for your cream. Gently pour in your milk. And you're ready to go. And that's all there is to it. And if you want, you can wrap your Jian Bing in tinfoil or in wax paper to make it even more authentic. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Cosplay Kitchen. And remember, I am the strongest woman in the world.
Yatta! I went downtown today, met a girl on the way. She asked me why I look so lonely. As she changed her wig, my heart danced a jig. Think I found my one and only. Now you're gone, I moved on. Someone who understands.